Hi, I'm Arkush for ChicagoSunTimes.com with our weekly NFL fantasy football preview. We're going to get you ready to win Week 4 in your fantasy football league. I'm going to give you a rule of thumb. Yes, we're still trying to figure out how good or how bad some of these NFL teams are, but the Dallas defense still appears to be a unit that you want to challenge with every skill position player you can find, and you've got the New Orleans Saints and one of the more potent offenses in the league going into Dallas this weekend. Brandon Cooks, outstanding rookie receiver, already 18 catches. Only 4 rookies in history have had 18 catches in their first 3 games. He has become one of the most important weapons on that New Orleans offense, and the Dallas secondary is somewhere you want to attack. So get Brandon Cooks in your lineup. Also, running backs Pierre Thomas and Kyrie Robinson. You can't really go one without the other. Hopefully you've got those two handcuffed. But with Mark Ingram, who had become the go-to guy in that Saints backfield, now out with a broken hand, you definitely want to get those New Orleans running backs on the field. Pierre Thomas, the more consistent fantasy performer. You also want to take a look in Chicago at both Eddie Lacy of the Packers and Matt Forte of the Bears. Now, I know they were probably 2 of the first 5 or 6 picks in your league, but after the first 3 weeks in which both have disappointed, some folks are tempted to sit them down for a week or two. I've even seen the 2 of them traded quite a bit in the last week or two, but hold on, it's too early to give up. And right now, they get each other, which means they get each other's teams' run defenses, which haven't been very good. I expect Eddie Lacy to go off this weekend against the Chicago Bears run defense. Yeah, they're improved. They were 32nd in the league last year. They're 26th right now, marginally better, but still not very good. For Matt Forte, the Packers run defense a little tougher, but this is a team that Forte has had big games against in the past. I think that Mark Trestman knows it's time he got a little more balance in his offense. I expect him to call Matt Forte's number quite a bit more this week, and because they'll be focusing on trying to stop the pass rush of Julius Peppers and Clay Matthews, there's a good chance that Forte finds some new holes and has himself a good weekend. Another player that's worth taking a look at is the veteran receiver Steve Smith. That's Steve Smith Sr. of the Baltimore Ravens. He's playing his old team, the Carolina Panthers, this weekend. He's going to want a little bit of revenge. He's not mad at anybody on the field, but that front office decided at the age of 33 they would let him move on as a free agent, did not offer him a deal to bring him back, and Steve Smith is a very emotional guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and there's nothing he would like better than to prove to the front office of the Carolina Panthers that he is still a big-time NFL receiver. I would expect him to rack up some serious points in that game against the Carolina Panthers. How about the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers? Now, Vernon Davis has had that bum ankle. You've got Anquan Boldin and Michael Crabtree. The 49ers offense has been a little bit out of sync, not consistent every week. They get a Philadelphia defense that, while the Eagles may be 3-0, that defense has been a sieve against the pass. There's been plenty of big games. Look what Deshaun Jackson did against them last week, playing with a bum shoulder. With Vernon Davis kind of banged up with that bad ankle, you know that Crabtree and Boldin are going to be the primary targets of Colin Kaepernick. They're guys I would definitely have in my lineup this weekend. I expect a big game for them at home and a must-win over the Philadelphia Eagles. We've only got one matchup for you to avoid this week. That would be the Detroit Lions. You've got the number 2 receiver, Golden Tate. You've got the number 10 overall pick in the draft, Eric Ebron, at tight end. Ebron has been a bit of a disappointment. Tate hasn't played badly, but they've got a Jets defense that is going to be geared to stop them. They've got enough people on defense with that pass rush to get Matt Stafford off his spot and to keep him from finding secondary and third receivers, and that's what Ebron and Golden Tate are always going to be as long as Megatron, Calvin Johnson, is on the football field. The Jets are not that great in the secondary. They're not that great at cornerback, so we expect Megatron to get his, but between the pass rush and the fact that the Jets' best defense is to take away everybody but Calvin Johnson, I would stay away this week from both wide receiver Golden Tate and tight end Eric Ebron, who has not really blossomed yet in his rookie year. For the very best in fantasy coverage and NFL coverage and Chicago Bears coverage, stay right where you are at ChicagoSunTimes.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.